Good morning, it is day 2 for us and we are currently in the Disneyland Paris park, and guess who's just appeared at the railroad station? It is Mickey and Minnie. How fabulous. Let's see if we can get them to wave at us. Beautiful, look at those kisses and waves. Got to love it. So we've just been in, and good morning Rob, good morning Tabitha. Who have you just met this morning?
Stitch.
She's met Stitch. And was he just as good as last year? Better. He was better. So you can see we've got City Hall over here, and there is the wondrous Main Street, and you can see at the bottom of Main Street is our Sleeping Beauty Castle. So a fair bit of hustle and bustle. It is currently just coming up for 9 o'clock. We've been in the park only for half an hour. We've met Stitch, and we're now leaving the park to go and grab some breakfast down at the Disney Village. So we'll say bye for now.
See you later.
Hello. This is now the afternoon. Say hello, Tabitha.
Hi.
Rob.
Hello.
Hello. So earlier we showed you the Disneyland Hotel, and then we went and had some breakfast at Starbucks. They had a really good deal on actually, where you got a hot drink, a sandwich, and also like a pastry, all for €12. So I had my white chocolate mocha blonde roast. I had a cheese, egg and bacon muffin, which was beautiful, and a slice of carrot cake. Tabitha, ooh, where are we going? What did you have?
So I had a golden caramel white hot chocolate. It was very milky, so if you don't like very milky stuff, don't get it. I also had some pancakes, delish. Get them with caramel sauce, chef's kiss. And I had cheese, egg and bacon muffin. Thanks.
Rob, what about you? What did you have?
Caramel macchiato, egg and bacon muffin, blueberry cheesecake.
No, it was a blueberry muffin you had.
Blueberry muffin?
It was a blueberry muffin. It was a blueberry muffin. So we had that, and that's pretty much set us up for the day. We left there and we went for a wee walk around the world of Disney and another couple of merchandise shops in the village.
Because it started raining.
Because it did start to get quite wet, and it's been wet the majority of the day, to be fair, but it's not stopped us. We then came into the studios. Now, what? Oh, I remember what the first ride was. Tabitha. Sorry about the camera. Tabitha, what was the first ride that we did?
Crush's Coaster.
It was Crush's Coasters. And do you want to tell everybody what happened to you and Dad and I on Crush's Coaster?
The ride got like stuck, and since me and Dad were backwards, all we could see was the bit down because we had just come up. And it like stopped for like 5 minutes.
They were hanging over the edge of the track, and it just stopped for 5 minutes. I was looking up because I was facing one direction. They were on Crush's Coaster at the other side, and they were looking down the track. So yeah. We've also seen 3 different shows today. We went to see the Minnie Mouse Cupcake Show, which was really good fun.
No, it was called Minnie Musical Disney.
Oh, there we go. And then we went to see Stitch Live, which was, from a big Stitch fan, a nod is good. And then we went to see the Together show, which was lovely. After that, we made our way round to the Avengers campus, which is where we currently are. So you can see here, that is Flight Force. Over in the corner you've got the training centre, a merchandise shop, and you have the Spider-Man ride, and then you have Pim's Kitchen just slightly further down here. Now, Flight Force is not my favourite ride, but it is for these guys. So they went on it, I went on it once, they've been on it
twice. So, basically, what you do is you need to try and save the galaxy and like spin around. If you don't like fast or going upside down, right, do not go on it. If you get motion sickness very easily, don't go on it. And also, if your overhead thing gets stuck, push it down and then it'll come up.
So, as you can hear, the overhead thing was quite prominent for Tabitha on both the rides. It wouldn't pop up quite as easily as the other ones did, so she got a little bit stuck, but the lovely cast members were on hand to be able to help us out. And she's absolutely right, I suffer with motion sickness and I've been okay with everything else so far, apart from this ride. It kind of floored me a little bit. So if you're not a fan of going upside down in the dark and going super quick, not for you. We've just been to the training centre. Tabitha, who was training at the training centre?
Black Widow.
Black Widow. So Natasha was there. We got to meet her and we got to have some really good chat. And what did she say to you?
She said, happy birthday.
She said happy birthday. Because for those who don't know, we are here celebrating Tabitha's birthday. How old are you going to be, Tabitha? 10. I also have a birthday a couple of weeks later than Tabitha, so I also have a little birthday badge. So we are having a double celebration. Rob's not celebrating, he's just here for the ride and just here for misery. So we've done everything that we wanted to do at the Avengers campus. We are going to head round the corner to one of my favourite rides, the Hollywood Tower of Terror. So hopefully we'll get to ride on that today and my head doesn't fall. See you soon. Good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome to day 3 for us. It is Saturday, the 25th.
It's Burns night.
Burns night, thank you. So it's Burns night. We're sadly not getting our haggis that we would normally have because we are at Disneyland Paris. So let's just have a bit of a recap from our last video. We did go on the Tower of Terror last night and it absolutely sent me feeling very, very nauseous. After that we went for a little bit of a walk. And Tabitha, where did we have dinner last night?
Five Guys.
And what did you have?
We all had a cheese and bacon burger. I had the little one and they two had the big one. And we shared a large chips. A large chips could probably feed up to 4 people. There was a lot of chips, and actually thanks to the lady who served us, she told us that a large chips would be enough for all 3 of us. And the best thing was they had refillable drinks. Rob, which drinks did you get from the Crazy Fountain?
I had a cherry vanilla Coke and a raisin Fanta.
And you got
Raisin.
and you got, didn't you get a Powerade?
I did. I got a blue Powerade as well.
No, you got a pink one.
Was it?
Yeah, it was pink.
Okay.
Well, I got Sprite, peach flavoured Sprite. Oh my goodness, it was delicious. And then I also had a second peach Sprite. And I think the last one I got was a cherry Sprite. So it was really nice to be able to have different flavours of the drinks.
I had a vanilla Coke, and then I had a grape Fanta. Wait, no, raisin one.
Raisin Fanta. It was very wet last night and very windy, and we decided not to go and see the evening show on at the studios, which was a Doctor Strange spectacular down at the Avengers campus. So we hope to pick that up tonight, and nor did we see the castle show. So again, looking to pick that up tonight. It did get very wet and windy last night, and we'd had enough of the day, hadn't we?
Yeah.
So we went back to the room and we just chilled out, watched a little bit of our TV shows and had a fairly early night. Now, slightly later start for us. Rob, what time is it just now? 10:30. So we have just left Newport Bay. You can see there in all its glory. The sky is looking a lot better today. There's certainly no water falling down from it, is there?
Nope.
No. Where are we off tonight, T?
We're probably gonna go and do Indiana Jones again.
We're going to go off for breakfast now. So yesterday we had breakfast at Starbucks, and today we are going to have breakfast at McDonald's. Catch you later.
Hi, this is me in Disneyland Paris, and we have just seen Mary Poppins and Bert. There they are.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good to see you.
And
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
yes, we have done a walk so far. We've been on loads of rides. We are here just about to go inside the arcade library. The doors are so cute and so chic. Inside, as soon as you come in, you've got two little benches on either side. You've got some bins if you've got some rubbish. In here is some beautiful artwork. On this side there's a beautiful painting. And through here you've got lots of shops. You've got a shop there. You've got an exit. You've got a window glass there. Some more photos. You've got a little souvenir machine, which I'm going to go into a little bit of detail to. So you can get a souvenir coin or a slash medallion for €3 for each one that you want. You can pay by card or by cash. So by card or by cash. And you can select which coin you want. Over here is some more lovely artwork. And then there is some lovely bracelets here, and some rings, and some statues. Some more statues here. There's some roses for €50. If there's one in a vase, the vase is 20 euros basically, and the rose is €50. But you can get like love you engraved on it or whatever you want. There's some rings and some glasses, and my favourite, some Stitch stuff. I don't know if you can see it, but there's some little Stitch statues and then a Stitch cloth. You've got some Dumbo stuff, you've got Chip and Dale, you have got some Mickey, you've got an Eiffel Tower, you've got a Mickey hand, you've got some more glasses. You have got some more rings. And over here, some tiaras. And then there's another shop. There's some more benches. And then there's some lovely bunting up there. I'll see you soon. I just wanted to show you these lovely window displays. We've got Daisy and Donald, Mickey and Minnie, Stitch and Goofy, Pluto, Chip and Dale. They're just lovely backgrounds. Absolutely lovely. We are going into Frontierland to go on to Indiana Jones and what's the rest of it?
Ooh, something about Peril, I can't remember.
And the Temple of Peril, I think. But I just wanted to show you how soft and fuzzy warm this atmosphere is. It is such a nice atmosphere here. It really makes you feel like you're in a different place. You've got your tan in there, some nice wood stuff. We're all very excited to go on the Indiana Jones ride. You've even got a little carriage with wood on it. I'll see you after the ride. So we are just off of Indiana Jones. It was fabulous. Me and my mum got to sit in the front row of it.
Yes.
And it was genuinely probably one of the best rides I have rode this holiday. And I would most likely recommend it, although it is quite high and it does do a loop. I would still recommend it for anyone and everyone. Mum, how did you feel that it was?
Oh, I felt that it really did get the blood pumping through my veins. Lots of adrenaline from me, so my legs were quite wobbly when I came off of it. Also, it's the first time I've done it in the rain. So,
And in the front row.
and in the front row as well. Yes, it was really good. I got to ride with Tabitha. Normally she rides with Rob because they're coaster buddies, but this time Rob was on his own.
Dad, how did you feel like it was?
It was good. It was great. But you need to remember, this is the one with the highest height requirement. It's not quite for everybody. You need to be at 140 centimeters.
So like he said, you do need to be quite tall to get on it, but if you are tall enough, oh my god, it is great.
But if you're not tall enough, what you need is
Big
big platform shoes.
And a big stitch hat.
Think outside the box. When we came here last year, Tabitha couldn't go on this ride, and it really did put a big dampener on the day. So we made sure this time, along the way, we measured her, and we got some really good Converse platforms.
Yeah.
Other shoes are available, these are just the ones we went for.
Yeah, because I do like quite the fluff on them. I felt that they were quite cutesy. So, we're just about to go into the Haunted Mansion. I'll talk to you probably in the queue, and then I'll talk to you after the Haunted Mansion, and we'll give you just some stuff that we enjoyed about it and how it was. See you in the queue.
So, we have just come off of which ride, Tabitha?
The Haunted Mansion.
The Haunted Mansion. However, in Disneyland Paris, it is called the Phantom Manor. It was really, really quiet. As you can see, we've got our hats on.
It's raining.
You can hear the screams and the howls from behind because it's really quite wet. So the wait time was only 5 minutes, which is exceptional. So let me turn you around. Rob, how did you find the Phantom Manor?
It's very creepy, and I had to sit next to Tabitha, who does not like the Phantom.
No, she doesn't like it. She doesn't like it at all. And here we have the Phantom Manor in all her glory. If I just pan you back around towards myself and Tabitha, you can see just behind us is the wonderful Big Thunder Mountain,
Which is getting refurbished.
which sadly is being refurbished and isn't open this time around, and it is one of our favourite rides. However, as you would have seen earlier, we went on Indiana Jones, which is now Tabitha's new favourite.
Hyperspace Mountain is still favourite.
But
It's second favourite.
we're heading to Discoveryland just now, but as you can see from behind me, the beautiful manor awaits.
Look at the castle. So now we are going to go underneath the castle to have a little look at all of the stuff that they make under there and all the shops under there. But just now, take a look at some of these spinning artworks. That's Ursula, that's Maleficent. I don't know what that one is, just there. But you can see there's lots of beautiful stuff here. There's a ride over there, but I'll see you underneath the castle. I'm just going to show you how to get in under the castle, because at first we were fooled too with it. So we want to help anybody learn how to get there. But just look at those cliffs and the water running down. It's just so beautiful. Over here it says La Cantor, La Dragon, And you just want to go through here into the start section with some lights. I don't know if you can see anything, but I'm just going to show you about here. And you can go up those stairs. Baba?
No.
But if you go, there's a big pond with a dragon in it. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a big dragon with his piercing red eyes and a long scaly body with sharp teeth in the pond with some water dripping down. But if you go past that and you go a little bit further down, you won't go anywhere. But as soon as you come down, there's a flight of stairs. Now you want to go up that flight of stairs. And then it will take you to the surface. Now in here are lots of different things. There's some artwork and there's some different little trinkets that you can take home with you. So there's some Winnie the Pooh, there's some Dumbo. Most of them are priced at €69. These lovely pens are priced at €20 and €30. Then there's some Maleficent stuff down here. Please do remember that lots of this stuff is handmade, so it will be more expensive. There's some Rose stuff here, and then some Minnie stuff. And then over here are some lovely tiaras. Over here is just some different beautiful stuff. Over here are some Christmas tree decorations. You've got a nice Olaf one here, nice clear Olaf. And then there's a lovely little Stitch one. Then there's a black one, a red one, and a white one. And then there's lots of different colours up there, which I cannot reach, so I cannot show you. But if you go around here, there are lots of different beautiful bracelets that I personally find very nice. You can see there's some Disney signs here, some different little jewels on these ones. So these are Minnie faces, Mickey cut-out faces, Disney castles. That's Tinkerbell, I think. That's a rose. Those are some more roses. Those are Minnie faces. Those are love hearts. Those are more love hearts, and then those are little bows. You've just got some wee random ones here. I think that they're pretty cute. Then here, you've got lots more.
That's nice with all the black crystals on it.
So we are now inside Sleeping Beauty's castle. Now, you would have seen downstairs Maleficent's dragon, and upstairs it tells you the story of Sleeping Beauty. So let's have a look at the most beautiful stained glass windows. And they tell us the story of Sleeping Beauty. You can see here there's a little storybook, and it will give us some of the story So here we can see Sleeping Beauty's mum and dad. And of course we've got the 3 fairy godmothers. They're looking at the royal baby. And then we have everyone at the celebration of the birth. And of course we have Maleficent. And you can see around here all of the beautiful trees that add to the spooky story. And as we continue walking round, the story of Sleeping Beauty begins to unfold. So here we see they're looking down on their kingdom, more of the stories, and of course we see the entrance of Maleficent. Now as we go around to this part, it shows us the tapestries, and the tapestries are most likely hand sewn. Absolutely beautiful. And of course we can see here Sleeping Beauty interacting with Maleficent. As we go through the castle, we can see, of course, the spinning wheel, where Sleeping Beauty pricks her finger and falls into a deep, deep sleep that she can only be awoken by her true love. There's some nice artwork up here, and if we just follow all the way around, you can see here how pretty it really is. So as we take ourselves round the rest of the stained glass windows and the tapestry, we can see that Maleficent's got her hands on Sleeping Beauty's true love. But never fear, because the 3 fairy godmothers have arrived. And more of the story unfolds. We can see they've gone to battle, and of course Maleficent's crow is here as well. And as we go on to the last stages of the story, we've got some gorgeous tapestries that will unfold before our eyes, and a little bit more of the story. Now we all know how the story will end, and every great story has a great finish, where he will kiss Sleeping Beauty and true love unfolds. So there's also a little ledge that you can come out onto that will let you look all the way across Fantasyland. So over in the distance we can see the carousel. All the way around to it, it's a small world. Down here we've got the sword and the stone. So if you do come to Disneyland Paris, please make sure you go upstairs, downstairs and through the middle of the castle. So we had a later start this morning. We left the hotel and did our checkout at bang on 11 o'clock. And then Tabitha and Rob did the treasure hunt through the Newport Bay Hotel. And that was lots and lots of fun. I'll get Tabitha to talk you through some of the things and the interesting facts that she found out.
The treasure hunt that we did in Newport Bay was really good. We got to learn a lot about all the different stuff in Newport Bay because Newport Bay is a real place. And we got to learn about sailing and lots of other stuff like that. I would very much recommend doing it because it did help me learn a lot.
In addition to doing the treasure hunt at the hotel, we then left the hotel and we took all of our luggage down to the conference centre. Now, that was a part of the hotel that we hadn't even seen before. It was a part of the hotel we did not know was there. And it's huge. So there's one place when you check in with your luggage when you arrive, and there's another separate part of the hotel that will take your luggage and keep it safe for you when you're departing. So that's something key to know. We left the hotel, made a nice walk through the village. We went into Starbucks and we had the little trio breakfast, I think for €11.90. And it was I had a coffee, we all had a toasty, and we also had a muffin, and that was great. We headed to Walt Disney Studios. So we headed to the studios and we went to the Avengers Land. Rob and Tabitha both did Flight Force, which they absolutely loved. I got an opportunity to just take in the surroundings. A very good friend always says to me, remembers to stop and smell the roses. So that's exactly what I did today. We then went on the Tower of Terror. I think we then went back to Flight Force. Rob and Tabitha went on Slinky Dog, and we went on the parachute drop as well. Something to note, if you are going anytime soon, if you go on the parachute drop there, I can't remember the exact name, I'm sure Rob will pop that in just now, but you can see the new Arendelle land that they are currently building. Now, I'm quite excited about this. I don't know very much about it, but what I could see was Queen Elsa's castle, which was amazing. So lots and lots of great things coming in. There's so much renovations being done within the studios. I believe over the course of the next 12 to 18 months they're going to rename it, and it won't be Walt Disney World Studios anymore. So lots and lots happening there. After we had done what we wanted, we did some pin trading. So I will take some pictures of all the amazing pins, and I'm sure Tabitha would like to do a wee insert for her stitch pins that she's got as well. We made our way back to Disney Village after our pin trading, and we grabbed some food from the Earl of Sandwich. We all had a pizza deal, picked up our luggage, and then we headed to the reception area. We had pre-booked our taxi to pick us up at Charles de Gaulle Airport, and of course to bring us back here as well. We had the same driver both ways, and he was just such a lovely, pleasant chap. We had quite a lot of chat about basketball and football, and of course he was encouraging us with his French as well. We arrived at Charles de Gaulle Airport for 7:20. Our flight is at 10 p.m. and we flew with EasyJet from Edinburgh. So we're now currently at the airport. I just wanted to show you something that is at the gates. So there you can see my two favourites over there playing probably FIFA on the PS5. Now they've got lots of these along with a Pret. They also have further down a relay store. They have lots of duty-free areas, lots of places to eat, so there's definitely no shortage. It is a really comfortable airport to be in. Everyone's just doing their own thing. So with that being said, I am just about to check our flight. It is 11 minutes past 9. We're due to start boarding, I would imagine, in the next 20 minutes.